Hi there, welcome to Tron Wyckoff weekly technical analysis session. And over the past few days, even Tron can't avoid the drop. So with the volume going up as well as the price coming down, with a little bit of rebound today, let's take a quick look at how the latest picture or what story the latest picture is telling us. So looking at the weekly chart, we're still at the post LPSY period. Mentioned last week, the price got pushed down over here. I should do it this way. It's clearer. Just draw this. I was mentioning about these. So here, if this week continues to stay below this pink line around 20 cents roughly, this means in a short period of time it's very difficult to break through this pink line. This pink line is basically somewhere at the level of these two red candles that retreated from the buying climax. So the key support would be at around 24 cents. So this trading range remains pretty much the same. So it lasted since early April. It reached this level and then continued to trade within this range. If you ask me about any trends from the weekly chart, if I draw this box over here, what happened last week was actually telling us this upward trend since the sign of weakness at around mid-March has been broken. So the price has fallen outside this upward trend. So that's probably another good news for people seeking Tron to go to a higher price. However, it doesn't mean it's over, because if you know Wyckoff, there are upwards and upwards of the distribution, although they doesn't necessarily have to happen. There's still a chance for price to go down and then go to test another new high again. So having said that, it's not a likely scenario at the moment, because when the other altcoins had their moment, had their upwards of the distribution, upwards, all those peaks higher than the buying climax, Tron, it hasn't happened to Tron. If it has to happen, it should have happened already. There has to be a very particular reason for Tron to have that late stage boost. Let's say if whoever is controlling the market or the supply of Tron tries to make it as the last play zone, let's put it this way. So after all the altcoins, let's keep a couple that looks trading at a different rhythm, and let's make the last bunch of money before it pushes everything back to the accumulation cycle. If that happens, then obviously it can go a little bit higher before it comes down. So it all depends on whoever has most of the Tron stock in hand now. Not actually stock, but the coins. So back to the daily. I've already mentioned the upward trend has been broken. So I think, I've taken that out. This is actually a box I've drawn last week or even the week before, that we had started an upward trend since mid-March all the way for 3 months, and now it has been broken. So what it means is we potentially have entered a new trend, and that's probably a downward trend. If I change it to line chart, okay, it looks better. So currently we don't know the ceiling of this range yet. because it's just started to rebound. Previously, let me enlarge this so it's easier for you to see. Here, if we look at these couple of candles, these four especially in the actually you can include this little one, 5 in total, they are all suppressed by this bigger blue box over there. So let me remove the smaller one first. So you see this, after this has fallen outside of the box, this immediately becomes the resistance line for the prices. So at this moment, same for the past 2 days, including today, it's very difficult for them to get to this point, not only because this has become a resistance line, but a new trend seems to be forming over here. So if you can see all the wicks, or like the top of the candlesticks lined up to that level. So it depends on how long, if it does break outside of this box, would the price stay closing like above this box. If it doesn't, if it only spiked up for a day and then immediately the next day it returns to this box, this pretty much confirms like this new downward trend. The tricky part is, again, you see this triangle already, the blue and pink line forms a new triangle. So there is like a higher chance when this happens, like near the end of this month or beginning of next month, it will go outside of this downward trend, or it falls below this pink line. This is a key support level at 26 cents that was established by these lows. So during beginning of June, mid-May, those were the support points, also where the current two, like yesterday and today, basically found support from. So if it does come down, that means this support level has been broken as well, and it has to go all the way down to somewhere like 24 or 25 cents, and eventually 23, and all the way down to 22 cents. So that's the significance of like where we are now in terms of this breakout point. So either it break above and continue to trade at the top half of the box, or it's going to go all the way to test the low of like 23, 24, somewhere between 22 to 24 cents, let's put it this way, to make it easier. Any particular patterns, if you are into candlesticks, you may say this is like head and shoulders, but it's kind of subjective how we interpret this. Some people say, oh, why there's another shoulder, right? Okay, so it is an uneven shoulder, let's put it this way, and then a head, and then a shorter shoulder on one side of the body. So joking aside, that's where Tron is, and thanks for joining me today, especially if you have been with me for all 4 sessions. We'll talk about the other 4 tomorrow: Chainlink, Avalanche, Stellar, and Sweetcoin. So trade safe, remember